Have you ever just stood in your kitchen, looked around, and felt totally uninspired? Well, what if I told you that cooking isn't a chore, that it's actually a philosophy, an adventure? Today, we're diving into the wisdom of Chef Alex, and it just might completely change how you look at your next meal. It all kicks off with this really simple but kind of profound idea. Chef Alex, who's an expert in all sorts of international dishes, doesn't see cooking as just, throwing ingredients together. For him, it's a form of creation. It's a way to express yourself. And hey, this isn't some exclusive highbrow art form. Nope, it's an adventure that's open to literally everyone. So the big question is, where does this whole culinary journey even begin? Well, Chef Alex has a really clear philosophy to guide us. We're about to walk through a framework for cooking that goes way, way beyond just a recipe book. It's a total mindset shift, really. And you know what? It all starts with one single, powerful idea. That's it. Prepare. The first step isn't about fancy knife skills or turning on the stove. It's all about your mindset. The foundation for a great meal is actually laid long before the cooking even starts. It all happens in the prep. Now, this idea of preparation, it's not just about gathering your ingredients. It's more like creating a blueprint for your meal. Chef Alex sees it as the actual architecture of the dish, and he breaks it down into 3 really clear pillars. It's so logical when you see it laid out, right? First, you choose your adventure. That's the recipe. Then you get your map, which means actually reading the instructions. And finally, you gather all your supplies. In professional kitchens, they call this mise en place, and all it really means is setting yourself up for a smooth, totally stress-free cook. Okay, so you've prepared. Your blueprint is ready. But that's just the start. A blueprint is static, but cooking is alive, it's dynamic. And that means you have to use your most important tool, your sense of taste. And this is where we get to the real art of it all. This is the moment you go from being someone who just follows instructions to someone who truly, actually cooks. It's all about interacting with your food. This is the absolute core of the whole philosophy, tasting as you go. That's what lets you make little adjustments, balance out the flavors, and really understand how things are changing in the pan. It's like having a conversation with your dish. The real question is, are you listening? And this just lays it all out so perfectly, doesn't it? The recipe follower, they might follow every single step, but completely miss the soul of the dish. The chef, though, is an active participant. They're tasting, they're choosing their ingredients with care, they're making little decisions the whole way through. So, which one do you want to be? So once you've mastered the prep and you've really leaned into the art of tasting, that's when you unlock the final and honestly the most exciting part of this journey. You're not stuck on the page anymore. You are finally ready to explore. This next part is all about the why. Why do we cook in the first place? For Chef Alex, it's about so much more than just fuel. It's about joy, it's about relaxation, and it's about the freedom to discover something totally new. Does this look familiar? That little voice in your head, that pressure, that fear that you're going to mess it all up. Chef Alex says that's the very first wall we have to break down if we want to actually enjoy this process. And here is the antidote. And notice something here. These points are less about technique and way more about your mindset. Don't be afraid, have fun, see this time as a way to just relax and free your mind. That's the real secret ingredient. So we've walked through the entire philosophy: prepare, taste, and explore. We've seen how you can build a solid foundation and start thinking like a chef. So now the kitchen is all yours. Chef Alex leaves us with a little hint of his next adventure: Thai food. And this final question on the screen, it's not really just a question, it's an invitation. With this new way of thinking, what world are you going to decide to explore on your plate tonight? Your adventure is waiting.